This nigga needs the countdown. He's like Ron Burgundy. He's lost without the countdown.
Yeah, I swear.
I don't know
Without the countdown, I'm fucked up.
He said
5, 4.
He don't want that. He want the 3. He want 3, 2, 1. Now you go like
It was too many countdowns.
Hey, look, it was all types of shit going on. I was like, man, I'm not even trying to recover this shit, man. I'm not even trying to recover this
he
shit.
was deer in the head, like he was like.
I was just like, yeah. Okay, welcome to the AWO Podcast. We are the assholes with opinions. Shout out to the whole asshole nation. I am your moderator and host, Sonny.
Woo!
You got the damn Deacon.
You goddamn right. I learned the kids might not be our future this weekend.
We got G Gaines.
What up, man? What up?
Hey, I've been reading the comments too. Gaines has a nickname. They call him Gainesville in the comments.
I'll tell you what else I've been finding out in the comments.
What?
Sonny can't go to Chicago after that fucking conversation about the Cubs and the White Sox.
Hey, listen, I would like to issue a formal apology right now to the citizens and the sports fans of Chicago. I am sorry. I didn't know that the White Sox was not the major team in Chicago.
They sent me a picture of the stadium from the last home game. Check this out.
God damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That can't be real. That got to be like when they was cleaning the field or something.
Man, that's real. That's in the middle of the game.
The White Sox Stadium cannot be that fucking empty, man.
Nobody out there.
Like a Tuesday game at noon or something, though, man. Like, people don't go to them games.
It's got to be. It can't be that fucking empty. Look, my last thing I'm going to say is just my bad to the citizens of Chicago. My fault. I love y'all.
So, guys, have y'all ever done some shit before in life that you immediately regretted?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, definitely.
Well, let me show you this sample of a guy who immediately regretted the decision he decided to make this day.
Why did you get your ass up in there? Biggest.
That boy got all that ass in there. You know he can't get out. My boy ass thick as hell. He up in there.
Look, stop playing, bro.
Security.
Stop playing, bro.
God damn it.
Stop playing, bro. Oh, my dear.
You got your grown ass in this car. I can't believe that, man. Call security.
So, as y'all can see, this little motherfucker decided to climb up in this goddamn shopping cart.
Oh, shit.
His homeboy said,
man.
how you thought you was going to fit in there, that big old ass? Right now, at this point, him and his homeboy know.
Wow.
He's in a bad fucking spot. Then he's a midget, so his arm's so little, he can't get out. Like,
I mean, hey, just play the rest of the video.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Stop playing, bro. Get me out of here, bro. Hey, bro.
I come out the bathroom. This dude is in the cart.
Hey, stop playing,
Get
bro.
him out of there, bro.
Stop playing.
Real shit. I'm dead ass serious. He need to get help. Get out of here. Man, look how big that boy ass is. He had no business getting in there.
Hey, my ball turn.
He's serious. He's serious, bro.
I'm saying you gotta help.
No, I mean you can pick
grown
it.
ass man
Yeah,
up like this.
he ain't that heavy. He ain't that heavy, bro.
Alright, but you still gonna help me, bro. Y'all gotta see y'all.
Boogie G.
Oh, big pussy gray. Stop playing me.
Hold this.
Stop playing me, bro.
I don't get paid enough for this shit, man.
Bro, I'm big pussy gray.
Come on, let's get him out of
Stop playing, bro.
Come on, bro.
Bro, stop.
Get your ass out of here. You had no business. You know the pants you got. You got the tightest pants.
So now, security said, man, y'all gonna have to help me pick him up.
Look. You heard his own voice, man. Get your ass out.
Security said they don't get paid enough for this shit, man.
Oh my God.
Nah, security
No.
said they don't get paid, man.
He was mad.
Why would his homeboy let him do this shit, man?
No, his homeboy filmed it. After he did it, his homeboy cut the camera off.
Dog, you see when he was trying to guard his face?
Yeah,
He said, man, chill out. He said, chill out. Chill out.
Dog, his homeboy said, man, get your ass out of this.
No, that was not going well.
Let me ask you something. Do you think he realized, like, when he got in there, that he couldn't push himself back up out of there?
Hey.
His homeboy just straight went live with it. He went live with it. He didn't just record it. He went live with it.
He put him on live, and then y'all ain't see him reach up like a baby to get out the bucket and say, man, he said, hey, yeah, y'all help me out. Y'all help me out. He said, stop playing. He said, why you trying to play me?
He played himself at that point. He played himself.
Man.
Everybody tried to play him. He played himself at that.
I tell you, I seen that clip.
Hey, man, that shit got me crying and sweating, bro.
That dude, that ain't your friend, man. That ain't
his friend at all.
That is not your friend. Not at all.
Did y'all see when they finally pulled him out there and he said, man, you should have known these tight ass pants. That video is hilarious, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, good find. That I ain't gonna lie. That
shit is classic.
I'm so glad, like, that's something they got now. They didn't have that when we were younger. Cause
man,
every time you do something crazy, then the video pop out, like
live.
Oh, you ass up.
And it's two options. I could video it and have it forever, or I could show the world instantly.
Instantly.
Look at this food instantly. And once it's out there, it's never gone. Look at this.
It's never gone.
Now you viral. Now you're on the podcast. Everybody laughing at you.
Security said you don't pay me enough shit, man.
Somebody it was a live video so you can see the comments. Somebody put in the comments, what the hell security gonna do?
What he wanted though, like his friend to try to boost him out though, like what was Greg gonna do though? Like,
I don't know what he was thinking about. That was a bad idea all the way around.
I don't know. That's
awful.
Yeah. Well, fellas, then the damn thing really, really happened in the news this week. So I would like to say this is going to be our first fan question-led episode. We got our first email, one fucking email.
Shout out to the fan questions.
Yes, shout out to the one fan that sent us one question with one email.
We coming up.
We coming up in the world. We coming up. We at least got the one question, right? So this particular question was, this person wanted to know how the assholes felt about parenting in 2019.
Maybe a good question.
Yeah.
Because I just had some real examples of small for shit going on. So my son had a birthday party this past weekend, right?
Okay.
He's 14 years old. It was a house party. They were both males and females in the house.
Shout out to the nephew.
He put the invitation on Snapchat. So, like, it was kids from all over the place showing up at this party. Mind you, he's 14 in the 8th grade. There was some high school kids who showed up to fight some other high school kids at the party. I said, guys, ain't no high school kids.
Right, ain't no high school kids.
They looking for a fight.
But look, when I went outside, they were being real respectful. They said, sir, we just came to come to a party. Then there was a mama outside, and she said, don't believe them. They were just talking about fighting. They came to fight.
Oh, shit.
The kid turned around. He was like, who did we come to fight?
Right.
I said, man, first of all, man, you got a full-grown beard. It's nobody with a beard in the house.
Right. You are not coming in here. He had the
wrong party.
It's fruit punch and pizza in here, man. Like, this ain't the situation.
This ain't right. This ain't for you.
For?
Yeah. This ain't for you.
You want to fight though? Like I'm just fight them, showing up ready to fight. Like what?
No, it was some other kids that went to the high school that these kids went to.
So
they were looking for those kids.
Yeah,
they thought it was a party. They heard they was at a party. They showed up at his party. Said, "Okay, I'm ready to fight." And like,
everybody saw the Snapchat and figured, "Oh, this is the party everybody's going."
Man, this is the party they're gonna be.
Yeah,
this is the party. Not knowing that this was a middle school party.
Right.
Yeah. So and to get back to the parenting point, there was a mama who brought them over here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with the bad intentions. When I walked all the kids back to their car, I talked to the mama. I said, "Why would you even be a part of this?" And when I heard her response, that's when I knew our conversation was over right there.
What did she say?
What she said?
She said, "Well, if my son is into something, then I said, "Ma'am, your son is not into anything over here." I said, "Have a good night." I turned around and walked off.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait, back up, rewind. Her response was,
excuse me.
That nigga tried to pause before he got
he tried. He definitely tried to. He tried to pause before that.
Yeah, because y'all talk shit about me. Ain't none of y'all say bless you or nothing. Y'all say, you doing that shit now, motherfucker. Like, God, bro, like.
He's dumb. He is right like a motherfucker. Nobody said bless you.
He said, y'all talk shit. Don't nobody say bless you or nothing.
But no, bless you, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So let's start here. Let me ask this question. Do we think that parenting in 2019 is harder than any other point previously?
I'll say this. There are arguments to be made on both sides, right?
Okay.
So as far as it just being harder, kids have access to more, they can do more, just like this. Like it was so many kids who showed up just in Ubers, like did their parents even know where they was at, They jumped in the Uber and left the house and came to an address,
Middle school kids.
Yeah, middle school kids.
But that seems like it puts you in a really, really like a terrible position, bro.
See, that's why I like them to hang out at the house or be at the house. So that way I control the environment. I know what's going on in the environment,
Right.
I'd rather be here than be out someplace where anything can be happening,
Right.
One of the biggest issues I seen was with there's kind of a double standard type thing, but
what?
I don't know. I guess that's the world we live in. The girls, like there were so many girls who just got dropped off at the corner. Like nobody came in the house to see a parent or to see if there were adults in the house at all.
And this 14
in the house at all.
14 years old, and they're like, here you go, just go here.
Yeah.
I'll come get you later, and just keep going.
Yeah, that was a little crazy to me. I'm just like, dang, y'all, like you're not even gonna come speak, make sure there's an adult.
Right.
Did any parents do that?
No, yeah, there were some that did it.
Okay.
But not the majority.
But see, that's my biggest issue. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think rather than even being able to answer whether or not parenting is harder today, I got a big problem with like just parents and parenting today.
Yeah.
I think it's the same amount of difficulty. I mean, kids don't come with no fucking instruction manual. It's all trial and error, and it all just kind of depends on the type of child that you want to raise, the type of environment you're raising them in. Yeah. I think all of that plays a part. But what I don't like is I see like a lot of parents willing to shift responsibility to everyone else but themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like if I got a 14-year-old daughter and I drop her off at a party, I don't meet the person inside or whatever, and then next thing you know, something has happened to my daughter, she gets violated or she gets drugged or something else happens, then it's your fault because the party was at your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't even bother to shake your fucking hand to see what kind of individual you were. Whose party is this?
Exactly.
Where, whose party is this? Is there a parent at home? Like, if you just dropping your kids off, how you know that this kid didn't just decide, hey, shit, my mom and dad is out of town, or my dad is out of town, my mom is out of town, I'm going to throw this fucking house party. You know what I mean?
Because there's no advance notice. It wasn't no like, not even an invitation like, hey, we're doing this on this day. It was like, oh, we saw this on the internet. Let's go. It looks cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just showing up.
Have you ever noticed, all right, for instance, like if you go out today to a restaurant or something, you know, go out to a ball game or whatever, you ever notice how you see like entire families sit at the table and won't even say shit to one another?
Yeah.
Like they all in their devices and doing
in their phones.
Right. I mean, the parents too, you know what I mean? I think right now, just my opinion, I see a lot of parents really, really shirking their responsibilities just so they can get their little 10 minutes of quote unquote me time. You know, which I hate that phrase, me time. You know what I mean?
But see, at the same time, it's a lot of stuff easier too that some parents don't take advantage of. Because look, okay, let's say for instance, right? Let's talk about school. So your kid has a portal now, right? That you can access through your phone. You can see his grades any time of the day.
Right.
So when they bring the report card home that has an F on it or has a D on it, like really, whose fault is that? Because you had plenty of time to see what that grade was, right?
Hey, hold on though. I'm a rebuttal that a little bit. I'm gonna tell you why, because it's one of my problems with the education system right now, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, like with my son, I'm constantly on the portal.
Yeah.
Every day looking at this, that, or third. He has some teachers who don't update their portal for like weeks.
Oh yeah, you ain't lying about that one.
You know what I'm saying? They don't update their shit until the fucking end of the year. And then I get to see, oh yeah, you did good on every math test except this one. Or every Latin test except this one. Or every science test except this one. Or damn, you missed this homework assignment. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or study guide or some shit. But it's like, I couldn't catch it at that point. Because these kids, they don't even have books no more.
They don't.
Some of these teachers don't even update the portal shit like they supposed to. Right? They don't update it every day. Then it's supposed to be updated like the end of every week. Because automatically you get a little email advisory sent out, shows you your kids' grades and everything like that. I check my shit every single week.
Yeah.
Right? He's got one teacher in one subject that does not update her shit at all.
They look the same every week. Every week you got the same assignment.
We'll shoot an email, and then she'll email back, oh yeah, I didn't update it this week. Motherfucker, you ain't updated no week.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
You got to take that. I mean, you got to learn the people's patterns for that, though, and kind of know. That got to be just a guideline. You know what I mean? Like this, the whole portal thing and all that, because we didn't have any of that stuff anyway.
No, we didn't.
It's always a way.
There's
always a way around it. I mean, that's just a help to kind of see what's going on. You might catch stuff you wouldn't have before, you know.
But the situation I want to talk about is not the situation where the teachers aren't updated. I'm talking about the parents who just never log on. Yeah. They never get.
Oh no, you got parents who don't do that
They
shit.
never go do it at all. You know.
But I will tell you something. Going along with what you're saying, like, and again, this is where I shit on parents today. All right. When we were younger, right? When I was in school, I thought school was for learning. You're supposed to go to school and get taught, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In my older age and now with my own children, I don't view it that way anymore. I think you're supposed to teach at home. School is for fucking enforcement, in my opinion. I've seen parents go down to the school and cuss a teacher out because they say, oh, well, my child don't even know his ABCs. My thought is, well, what the fuck are you doing with them at home? See, not leaving it up to this teacher in the school. This teacher's got 17 kids in here. Or once you get into higher grades, 37 kids in here. It's not their job to make sure that your child knows the motherfucking basics. That's your fucking job.
I live in Georgia, so school is for teaching to the standardized test. Everyone here knows it, and it's like it's nothing that can be done about it. That's what education is. Teaching to pass standardized tests.
Yeah.
Teacher the test.
Nothing outside the box.
The test scores and the rate of students that are passing tests that determines the fucking budget for next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's why they had the Atlanta teaching scandal. They wanted to keep the test scores up.
Right.
Get their money. The point is they don't. People always have kind of slacked off. Like I noticed this when we worked at the Boys and Girls Club back in the day when I was in college. They closed at 9 p.m. At 9:15, we're sitting there trying to call kids' parents, and this lady told us,
right,
I'll be over there when I finish this hand. We almost done with our spades game. I'm like, what? So you just leaving your kid to do that? Like it's always been slacking off. It's just getting easier now, and everybody's attached. Everybody got their phones, and then those parents are probably like, oh, you'll be all right. I'm already looking at the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have my time. I'm gonna go do this. So they dropping them off at the door at the corner. Anything could have happened. You know what I'm saying? That's bad. That's just bad parents, lazy parenting. With all these phones and everything, everybody's doing their own thing. These parents want to go do their own thing. Like they don't even care about the kid. They're like, if I send you over here, I can go do what I'm doing. And then if anything would have happened, like Sonny was saying, if anything would have happened, it would have been your fault because the party was at your house. It's always somebody else's fault. Like they're not taking responsibility for just saying you're not following your kids.
Exactly.
Like, grades thing, they make it easier to follow your kids. Some people do, some people don't. Some people don't have to follow their kid because they know. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid is like, this is what I got to grade and this like, you know, so you ain't got to log in. You know, I've not logged into the poll a lot of times, but I know, you know, what the grades are from just stuff the teachers send and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, some people wouldn't even keep track of that. You know, it's just a lack of responsibility. Nobody want to do nothing.
So
go ahead, D.
Let's talk about it from the other side, like from the kid side, like how the kids are different nowadays. It's not because I really feel like because information, everything happens so quick and so fast, kids nowadays want everything so fast, like, you know, at the drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
None of them have any patience, barely. A large majority of them don't have any patience. And respect to them is something totally different than it was for us.
I'm glad you said that, right? I recently had a conversation on Twitter. It wasn't my conversation. I joined the conversation when I saw what they were talking about. And this was a bunch of 16 and 17, and I think a couple of them were 18-year-old kids, right? 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And I was so just confused by what they were saying that I had to kind of join in the conversation and just, I wanted to learn more. So then I talked to my son about it to see if what they were saying was true or was this just, you know, a couple people talking on Twitter. And he told me like, nah, that's really like how a lot of my friends feel. That's really how a lot of people feel like that at my age. So the conversation was, these kids were saying parents take credit for just doing what the fuck they're supposed to do anyway. He was like, it started off with one young lady saying that, you know, parents will tell you, well, you know, I feed you, I buy your clothes, you know what I'm saying? I put the fucking roof up over your head. You will respect me. And her thing was, no, I don't have to respect none of that shit that you're doing because you're supposed to do that anyway. And a lot of the kids made the statement that I didn't ask to come here. You decided to have children. And I was super shocked by that. Like, wow, that's the way that you see that? That's the way that you see about that? Yep. I was super confused by that.
Yo, I'll tell you this, though. They kind of got a point, though. You know? I'll tell you why I say that. Because we all know that having kids is a huge responsibility, right?
Right.
Like, the kid is not the one who gave you that responsibility. You gave it to yourself. Like, if you gave yourself that responsibility, then you got to be willing to do what you're supposed to do as a part of that responsibility, you know?
Right. It's a baseline, though. Like, it's a baseline. Like, yeah, the responsibility is I give you somewhere to stay to a certain point. I feed you, I clothe you, X, Y, Z. Now, all that extra stuff, You have to earn that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there and say, you gave me all this, now give me my iPhone, give me this, and let me be out. Nah, that's all extra stuff.
Yeah,
I can make sure you still, you're still functioning and living. Right? I ain't throwing you out there to the wolves. When you get to a certain age, if you're still not following what's set for you, then you get thrown to the wolves.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll still watch. I'll still, you know what I'm saying? But the basic is you should be able to function and do what you're supposed to do. Don't think that, well, I don't respect first. That's the first thing. You're going to respect me because everything in here is me,
Yeah.
This is me because it could be a whole lot worse. It's a lot of parents who don't do all those things that are basic. And then you have kids in the foster care system and all that stuff, So no, it's not you just supposed to. Yeah, you're supposed to do a lot of things. You're supposed to not speed on the road, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
You still do. You're supposed to not do a lot of things. So I don't agree when they say that. I see what they're trying to say, but nah.
I see what they're trying to say, but they kind of came into the wrong context because, like, to Gaines' point, like, everybody don't need the iPhone 10, right? Like, that's not a part of your responsibility to make sure they had an iPhone 10, right?
Yeah, but see, that goes back to, again, these sorry ass parents. And if you notice, like, a theme in my conversation, it's going to be there throughout this whole shit. I've seen kids that I know for a fact, this kid ain't doing shit right now. Like, he's not performing in school, not doing, normal shit that he should be doing, not carrying a certain responsibility for the age that he is, right?
Yeah.
But yet, they got the newest KDs, they got the newest LeBrons, they got a bigger, better phone than I do. Shit. Mm-hmm. I seen one of them who drives a better car than his mom and dad do.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Gifts take a place of parenting, man.
I don't understand rewarding kids for nothing. Like, I can agree with the kids to a certain point that, yeah, no, you didn't ask to come here. We chose to be parents, so that means I chose to provide you with the things that you need. But the rest of that shit, you got to do something for it. You got to perform for that shit right there. I'm not just giving you nothing.
I take the same approach that our mom kind of took. Like, if you're taking care of business, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, your life can be as great as you want it to be, As long as you're taking care of the business and you doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But the minute you're not taking care of business, you no longer have control over how your life is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, I raised my kids with the what I call the shut the fuck up factor.
We will build a great wall along the southern border.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Get us banned.
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Listen to what I'm saying. It's a tactic that I use in management as well, but I use it with my kids. It's called the shut the fuck up style of management, right?
Yeah.
If you do the things that you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do them, you'll never hear my mouth. You don't have to hear me say a thing. So when you go to your room like all kids do, or you get out of earshot like all kids do, and you say, man, I wish he'd just shut the fuck up. You want me to do that, do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. Yeah. It's that simple.
I thought that story was gonna be a lot worse.
Yeah, me too.
I was expecting worse. Okay.
Yeah. I tried to tell you. Yeah, no.
I was like, bruh, they about to come lock him up after we post this one.
Yeah.
They gonna lock him up.
That make a point. I mean, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you should know, like you should have common sense to know I'm here to get good grades. So my responsibility is get good grades. That's it. That's the first, you know what I'm saying? That's
basically
really one. You should know
that's the job right now.
That's your job, exactly.
You can't do that then. I mean, come on. Either you choosing not to or something. I mean, it's not that hard.
There's another piece of this parenting thing that I think we need to have a larger discussion on.
What you got?
It's the black father.
Oh no, you don't want to talk about that, do you?
Yeah, I do, because they try to make it seem like we don't exist, like we're still as absent as we were 20 years ago, and that's not the case.
No,
Because
no.
you know what? A lot of the kids who were over here during that party,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know their moms. I know their dads.
You know the dads, right?
Yeah, and a bunch of their dads were here, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I know a lot of black fathers. I know a lot of fathers who are in their kids' lives all the time. It's a
I know
bunch
a
of
lot
kids.
Go ahead.
Well, there's a bunch of kids that hang out in a group and they all have dads. I know all their dads, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just don't like the narrative that we are as absent as fathers as we were 20 years ago. Because I don't believe that.
I know a lot of, not just that, I know a lot of black single fathers, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that narrative is something that, you know, get that the fuck out of here, like for real. You can't really give that one up, because I know when I go to the school functions, or you go to this or you go to that, I see hella fathers, young dudes especially. You know what I'm saying? In their kids' lives. So no, I don't think that that's the same. It's the same like it was 20, 30 years ago. No.
Yeah.
I don't think
So. Does it still happen? Of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think it's as rapid as it was some years back.
No, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm probably gonna piss some people off. I don't care. I think you see a lot more women abandoning their kids today than you do men.
That's so true. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that. I think you see a lot more young women leaving their kids than you do the younger guys today. Seriously. You know?
Can't argue with that.
I go back to that one video a few weeks back that we were going to talk about, but then we never talked about it. When the girl went to the baby daddy's house and threw the baby out of the car.
Oh yeah. I don't remember the story we're talking about. It's this right here.
Sense, man. Got fucking all kind of shit over here. That don't make sense, man.
Yeah, that video.
Yo, that's crazy.
Man, nah, they be gonna lock our ass up.
Yeah.
But I'm just, but my point is, and with you playing that video, I think you'll see that scenario more so today. You know what I'm saying? It's like roles have reversed. Like the world is kind of turned on upside the fuck down.
I think it's just people. I think people don't want responsibility. Some people just want to do their own thing and think everybody owes them something, and I don't want no responsibility. And just some people just like that.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, she was wrong as hell for putting that baby out of the car. Like that.
Yeah,
that
it was raining. Yeah, it's raining and shit.
To him, I don't know, if I was in that situation, I just went in the house and got them clothes and gave them to her. Like, man, take it. Like,
to be honest, that was part of my problem with the video. I didn't like how slow he was to get that baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like off the fucking ground. You know, but the initial violation was hers throwing this fucking baby out the car.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he just need to go. He need to just take that video and go get custody of the baby and be done with it.
Yep. Yeah.
Just take that. He already filmed it. Just go ahead and do that, because you already know what you're dealing with at that point. If you're dealing with that level of crazy, then you might well just let it go.
So let me ask y'all this. And again, we don't offer any solutions. We just offer opinions. How do y'all feel about parenting and social media? I know some people who, their kids got phones at 7 years old, social media accounts at, 12, 13 years old. Some people don't see anything wrong with it. I'm just asking how y'all feel about it.
So I've gone back and forth on the social media thing. We're all the way in social media now, but the first, I think he was a teenager when I decided to let him have the social media. I think he was 13, but then he messed up because he did something on social media he shouldn't have done.
Right.
So then, I had to take it away. So I had to make sure he was mature enough to get it back. He might have been 12. I might be wrong. He might have been 12 when I first gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he did something like kids do. He did put something out there that I didn't think was appropriate, you know?
Okay.
So then I'd take it away. And then once he showed and proved maturity to have it back, he gave it back. And it hasn't been a problem since.
Okay. Games?
But
I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Like if that's what you into, if you're mature enough to take care of it. My daughter kind of shies away from it. She's like, yeah, I don't do the social media thing. But still, I mean, if you have to let them make mistakes to learn from it, and then once they learn from it, then they'll respect it more. You know what I'm saying? Then if you're just giving everything, if you don't have to like see the consequences of messing up with it or something, you don't build that respect for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know. So you gotta, you get this when you do right. And that's what you have the best of time and you show them the best of times, but you don't show them that when they're screwing it up. You know what I'm saying? Don't train to I'm just giving it to you just to give it to you. They don't learn the value of it like that.
And then the thing is though, the thing that really kills me is because a mistake on there can be a mistake forever. You know?
Forever, yeah.
A mistake on that social media can come back to find them when they're 34. Running for office somewhere.
That's the thing. Like that's what I say. How many is worse? How many things we did, even when when me and Sonny first met, how many crazy things we did, and if we had social media, that would have been out there. I'm like, man, like come on now, come on.
Exactly.
So it's harder.
Real
You got to try to
shit.
teach that. It's harder. Like it's a lot harder now because everything gets caught on camera.
Yeah.
There's video everywhere, and everything is instant. You know what I'm saying? So it's harder. Anything you want is instant. You think you carry something around in your pocket. Everybody does. Most people does. That whatever you want to find out at whatever point in time, you can find it out.
Now, do you think you should monitor your child's social media?
I do sometimes, from time to time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I peek at mine from time to time too. But I wouldn't necessarily say I monitor it. I wouldn't say I monitor it. I definitely peek at it from time to time just to kind of see what's there or whatever.
My thing is, if you can't say it to me, standing in front of me, looking in my face, if you can't tell it directly to me, don't say it on social media.
Yep.
All right, then how do you feel about
don't say it, period.
Or say it, period?
Don't say it.
So then let me ask y'all this then. Y'all think y'all kids don't cuss on social media?
Oh man.
The reason I asked, you know good and fully well, neither one of y'all children would stand in front of y'all and say, yeah, this bitch ass dude over here. But you know good and fully damn well on social media, kids are kids. That's how the kids talk to one another.
But he also knows if I see it, then it's gonna be a problem.
That's the thing. You got to learn the difference between seeing it and saying it. So they might get in their little groups and they say it all the time. Yeah. They say all this stuff in their groups, but you got to have that level of respect, not to put it out there on social media like that, and not to say it to your parents' face. If you understand that, if you can't say it to my face like that, don't put it out there like that. Now they do whatever they do in their little circles. You know what I'm saying? As far as talking, saying it,
like in the DMs and stuff. There's no way to control what they talking about in their groups and all of that, right?
Right.
Gotta just keep drilling that respect thing in them. I mean, and hopefully they get it.
And then also, I mean, I don't know, man, because I've seen the other side of it too. Like we said in the beginning, it's no perfect way to parent.
Right.
I know a female who has a small child, but this small child writes poems. So this small child, I may have the age wrong, maybe around 4th or 5th grade. But the child has an Instagram. Child puts
I mean, that's different though.
poems out there all the time.
That's different. That's branding though.
All of that,
That's branding. That's different. That's a lot. That's more of a marketing type thing. That's different.
So, do you apply the same rules to the boys as you do the girls?
Oh, me and Gaines were just talking about this the other day. It's hard to. It's hard.
Why? Why is it hard?
Because I would want to say I would let them do the same things, go the same places, have that same freedom. I'd want to say that. That's the right thing to say.
But you be a lying.
I'd be a lying motherfucker, man. Because in my mind, I know that wouldn't be the case.
Right.
I just know that wouldn't be the case.
I don't know, man. I don't have a good answer to that. I don't.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think right now it's easier for me to say, yeah, I'm trying to treat them the same because mine is, so far apart. One's a teenager, one's a toddler. But I don't know if as she starts to get older, am I going to still feel that way? Like right now, the biggest argument that I have between the two of them is one wanted a dog when he was a kid. I said no. So now the other one wants a dog. I said no. They said, why? I said, because I didn't get your brother a fucking dog. I'm not getting you.
Nobody gets a damn dog.
Yeah. So to me, I think that's like right now I kind of got it easy. But I don't know if she would have the same. I don't know if I can sit here and honestly say she'd have the same freedom as I give him right. I don't know. We'll see when we get there.
That's a bad double standard. You try to not go that route, but it's hard. It's a bad double standard, but it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that one. I don't have a good answer to that one.
Well, let me ask you something because we all agree. How can I say this? There's a different expectation on social media for women than there is for men.
I don't even know how I would treat that because it's like, I don't know. This world is so crazy.
But that's my question. Yeah, but that's my question. Would you allow your daughter to have the same freedom on social media as you do your son?
You're supposed to.
Yeah. But she can't be on.
You're supposed to.
She can't be on Instagram as a teenager looking back over her shoulder every goddamn picture. Now,
your son shouldn't be doing that either.
Hey, let's hope he ain't looking back over his shoulder on those goddamn pictures.
I'm just saying. It should be the same. It should be. You know what I'm saying? We gotta try to make it the same.
So
that's different. Of course, I'm the biggest hypocrite at because my little girl's still my little girl. Some days she is, and some days she's like, I don't want to hang out with you like that. I'm cool over here. And then some days it's like, Dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of, you play it by ear, but you still instill the same things. It's better to explain it to us before you get out there and make the mistake, and then you got consequences. The same thing. It might be might be bigger mistakes, might be smaller mistakes. You still got to just keep drilling it in them, and then hopefully they get it. That's all you could do.
Right.
Like I know it's differences. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to try to not have it like that, but like D said, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
It's a bad double standard. I try not to do that, but
I can tell you two conflicting stories, man. Asshole Nation, don't judge me. All right. I'll tell you a story one time when my son was in elementary school. I go to pick him up from the school, and he's coming to the car. And before he gets in the car, all the little girls, he's like in the 4th grade at the time, maybe 3rd grade. All the little girls needed to hug him before he gets in the car.
Right.
So I'm looking with a big smile on my face. I said, yeah, look at my little dog right there. All the girls needed a hug before he got in the car. He got in the car and we drove off. So now fast forward, tell you a situation where I went to the baby's elementary school for award day. She's around the same age, right?
Okay.
I go to the ceremony. I'm trying to take a picture of her with her award. She's holding it up. And a little boy in her class walks over there and puts his arm around her, looking me in my face while I'm trying to take a picture. All I could think was, this little motherfucker better move his goddamn arm, man. I'm about to punt this little nigga.
Yeah.
You better walk off somewhere, man. So that just gives you the example of the two totally different mindsets. I wanted him gone. I wanted him away from her, as far away as possible.
Yeah. One thing interesting did happen in the news, fellas, though. Magic Johnson resigned. I thought that was kind of interesting.
He didn't retire. He brought the media over to him randomly showing up to Staples Center one day, and he said, "Hey, I'm stepping down. I haven't told anybody else, but I'm telling y'all now.
Like, I quit. I quit.
I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I am walking off. Man, that's crazy as hell, man."
But I got one question. Let's start it off with this. Is Magic Johnson a quitter? It seems like he's got a pattern of this. I'm not talking about his basketball days. For all the basketball heads out there, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about everything pretty much that he's done post basketball.
Yep, because when he was a basketball coach, and they lost 10 games in a row, and then he said, "Yeah, I'm out. I don't have the same dedication." He said, "I'm gone.
I quit."
He said, "I quit." Y'all don't even remember this. Magic had a talk show.
Live from Los Angeles, it's the Magic Hour. Tonight, the one, the only.
So, yeah, you guys remember that Magic had a talk show.
That was horrible.
As soon as stuff got shaky there, Magic said, "Yeah, I'm out. I'm gone." He's involved with the Cubs right now. Or, I mean, not the Cubs, the Dodgers. He's involved with the Dodgers.
Right.
So, what do you think's going to happen if that goes shaky? Magic's going to get out of there.
He going to dip on that, too.
I'm telling you.
Did he have like the tampering charges they were trying to say he would tamper with Ben Simmons and all that? And
he's saying that's one of the reasons he's stepping down. He wanted to be able to reach out to young players whenever he want to.
Magic had AIDS. He quit that shit too.
He definitely.
I'm just saying.
Magic definitely quit AIDS.
He quit AIDS, bro.
Magic is the only person I ever seen to quit AIDS.
Yeah, he just quit AIDS. He just said, "Fuck it, I don't have shit."
Hey, nope, I don't have it anymore.
No, I don't have it no more.
Like, how do they explaining that away? Like, all of a sudden, randomly in like 20, what was it? It was like 2015, 2014. He just all of a sudden didn't have AIDS no more.
He just didn't have AIDS no more. I was like, the fuck?
It's like, he doesn't have it anymore. Like, what do you mean? Can somebody please explain this?
I can explain the shit. He quit. Magic quit. He quit.
What do you mean he doesn't have it anymore?
Magic used the Shaggy defense. He was like, "It wasn't me."
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Like, shouldn't some scientists be studying his blood or something? Like,
Hey, hold on. Let's bring it back a little bit. Bring it back. What do we think the ramifications are with Magic stepping down from the Lakers?
They are in disarray right now.
They
all fucked up, right?
Yeah. They got LeBron. They don't know what to do with him. They don't have nobody wanting to play with him. Don't look like they're gonna sign anybody to play with him. And you can't win without two All-Stars and a possible. You got no other All-Stars on that team. And it looks
especially not in the West. You got Golden State out there.
You got people dominating in the West.
They don't know what they're gonna do with the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Coach is fired. They already fired Walton. Well, they didn't fire him. They agreed to part ways.
Yeah.
Right.
That's another reason why Magic stepped down, because Magic didn't want to have to fire.
Right.
Because I guess he cool with his daddy too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This thing is crazy.
I think Magic jumped on the ship thinking, this is going to be awesome and easy. I'm going to be like Pat Riley did, you know what I'm saying, with the Heat.
Right.
And get LeBron and all of that. And then when all the extra stuff came and Magic was like active out there in the NBA. So he's doing everyday Magic stuff. But then you know what? When you got that job, that stuff is not legal no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't really do that.
When the tampering shit happened, they looking for when the Anthony Davis trade was trying to happen. They was looking for Magic. Magic was on vacation for fucking 3 weeks in Europe someplace.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, man, they like, how you gonna go on vacation during the season? Like, you can't go on vacation during the season.
Because he's doing his own thing.
Imagine say, fuck that. Yeah, imagine say, fuck that. I'm going.
What was his job before? What was his job before? He just
to be Magic.
He showed up at the, I'm saying, like, before
just showing up to the games.
Before he took this, right? Before he became in the Lakers organization or whatever. What was his job? He was sportscast. So he showed up at the game and talk about the game, and then he leave and go home. That's nothing. Now he had responsibilities of he couldn't manage like, oh, I actually got to work now. And he was like, nah, I ain't come here to do all that.
And back to the sportscasters, he quit ESPN twice. Like they've
really, yeah. Right. Exactly. So I think Magic off the court kind of strikes me as like he kind of moves like a politician more so. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, man, really all-time great players, especially in basketball, they make terrible GMs and terrible coaches because they compare people to themselves, and they were just too good for that. That's why the damn Hornets in Charlotte, they can't never make the playoffs because all the players that Michael Jordan picks, like, he's never going to be good at evaluating talent because he's comparing them to too high of a bar because he's comparing them to himself. And it's just never going to work that way. It's never going to work that way.
Elway and Denver the same way. Elway and Denver is
he looked up and got Peyton Manning.
Yeah, he got quarterbacks that he's getting these guys and they can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's something to that, yeah.
But I think it's always going to be that way. In my mind, I think there's always going to be a difference. Just because you can cook don't mean you can run a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Just because you know how to work on cars don't mean you can run a garage. You know what I'm saying?
And people who are role players or mediocre players become the greatest coach. Look at Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr about to win his 4th title, right? This year.
There's nobody could challenge him real. I mean,
come on, man.
Yeah.
You think Steve Kerr was a mediocre player?
Yeah, Steve Kerr wasn't no all-star.
As compared to on topic of Jordan and Charlotte and Magic in LA. He's a step underneath them. But as far as a coach, he's light years past them as a coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's I can see that. Yeah.
But I can see a player making a better coach. I can see a player being a good coach versus a player being a good GM. You know what I mean? I think those are just two different fields, my opinion.
Yeah, but even as a GM, you still have to evaluate talent.
Yep.
And those all-time great players, they can't do it. They can't do it.
Yeah.
Look at Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson built the basis for Golden State, you know. Yeah. And he was not he was an all-star player, you could say, right? But he was never like a Jordan or Magic or anything like that. But look at the success he had before, Kerr came in. Kerr came in, and that was the icing on the cake. That was like when what's his name came in Tampa Bay, Chucky.
John Gruden.
John Gruden, yeah. So I think he just said, "Screw it, I quit. I'm going back to being me. I want to hang out and be Magic Johnson and have my fun."
Like look at like the two greatest coaches ever, the greatest college football coach, like Nick Saban. Like was Nick Saban an All-American in college? No, he played big time college, but was he an All-American? No.
Right.
He's the greatest coach to ever exist.
Yeah.
Look at Bill Belichick. I don't even know if Bill Belichick played in the NFL for real.
It just wasn't his thing. Wasn't his thing. I don't know. I guess Magic gone. I don't know. But that to say, like, you got LeBron for 1 year maybe, and that's it, and nobody else. And at this rate, you're not gonna make the playoffs again.
Right.
And that's
I don't agree with that one.
You think they're gonna make the playoffs next year?
They would have made the playoffs this year if LeBron didn't get hurt.
Well,
how many games he sat out? Right. How many games he sat out for that when he did that shit?
He missed like 18 games.
Yeah, but they'll make the playoffs, but they won't. They won't get the playoffs. They need another All-Star.
They're not gonna finish it though. Yeah, they're not gonna finish it.
Back to Magic, I don't know, man. Let's talk about another aspect of this. Like, do y'all appreciate the way he handled that? Like, he literally showed up to Staples, pulled the media over and said, "Yeah, I'm resigning." Didn't tell the owner. He didn't tell anybody in the front office.
No, he didn't tell anybody. He didn't tell anybody.
what's it, Jenny Bus? That's her
Jeannie
name?
Buss, yeah.
Jeannie Bus? Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them nothing.
Nah, I think he's got, he has the right to leave a job however he chooses to. But I think that was wrong because I think he has a responsibility to a lot of people to at least have the conversation, especially before you go to the media. That's like the same thing that people talk about with social media. Is like, damn, why do people take shit to social media first? He decided to bring the fucking press corps and, hey, yeah, I'm quitting today.
Yeah, that was
without telling anybody. Yeah, I think that was kind of fucked up.
And that was his franchise. It's the Lakers. That's his,
Yeah.
That was kind of messed up.
That's his entire legacy, man.
That's
so
his entire legacy.
He just
I definitely think he could have handled it a lot better than that. He could have made a couple phone calls. Hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They screwed now. They gotta get something major. They're not gonna win, and then that's gonna be this whole Lakers thing gonna be a disaster.
I think the only way the door opens up is if KD leaves Golden State. KD leaves Golden State, it's gonna open the West up a little bit more.
Where would he go though? He would go to where? New York?
Yeah, they saying New York or I can't remember the other landing spot right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, we're gonna create a second show, and it's just gonna be for y'all to debate sports topics. Like for real. Because y'all will always find a whole nother tangent when we talk about sports topics.
Yeah, it snowballs, man. It snowballs downhill from him doing that because
maybe if you would be on board, we wouldn't have beef in Chicago right now with these goddamn Cubs fans.
Yeah, do your research. You pissing people off.
Salute. Hey, salute to the Cubs fans. My fault. I didn't know. But I will say this. Having driven through Chicago and having driven by both stadiums, I know Wrigley Field is the more historic, but the White Sox Stadium looks better. Sorry.
We getting all the hate mail now.
All right, man, let's get ready to go into the Gaines Corner. Gaines Corner!
Animation.
All right, Gaines, what you got, man?
So this is a little bit of a story, man. This happened actually on April 11th, so a couple of days ago, right? So, let me get the names right. Lisa Smith is a mom. Benny Van is her son, right? Okay. So the son's 26, so you kind of get a gauge how old the mom is. So apparently officers were called to the Walmart in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Well, first they showed up and they showed up with their dog, Bo. So Bo just takes off around Walmart, just running around, talking to, buying customers, random shit, just going around the Walmart and shit, So people like, man, what the hell going on? No leash or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the lady, she's sitting there tearing shit off the end caps, putting it in a basket, wilding out, right? So they're like, man, hold on, call the cops for these people. So the shoplifting charge that originally came was when Bo decided the dog, I'm going to just go and get a box of Jiffy Mix and walk out the fucking store, right? Hold on.
What?
Wait, hold on. No, it gets better. So then when officers show up and the people tell Lisa she has to leave out of the store, she starts doing karate moves in the parking lot. That's what's quoted. So, hey, man. So hold on, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh,
when all of this is happening.
So, hold on. Let's pause where we're at right now. Where we're at right now is they stole some Jiffy. The dog is running the muck in Walmart.
The dog stole the Jiffy Mix. The dog ran the muck in Walmart, then stole the Jiffy Mix and dipped.
Jiffy, and she's outside doing fucking karate moves.
That's
where we are right now.
We'll come back to the dog in a minute. But that's where he at right now, right?
Okay.
Right. So the dog came in the store, went to customers and all that, eventually took a box of Jiffy Mix, walked out. So that's where he at. So the
dog
lady
is a goddamn thief.
Right. Yeah.
So the lady is apparently in the parking lot doing karate on the workers. That's what it said. As the story says, it said karate moves. I can only imagine what that is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is.
Right.
But I know what that is. She was out there breaking motherfuckers down like Liam Neeson. Oh, man, get your ass on the
when she was eventually arrested, to fast forward a little bit, she kicked out like the window. She was kicking out the window of the patrol car. She was in the back wilding out, right?
Yeah.
So while all this is happening, the son makes his way to the back of Walmart, strips completely naked. It's like
fucking what?
Hey, that's a story, man. That's a story.
What?
This is how it happened, man. So he strips completely naked, and people are like, man, what are you doing? Like, he flashing people, right? So then he eventually takes clothes off the rack, puts it on, and tries to dip out before he's caught by the cops too.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait. Let me recap this part.
Yeah.
So son gets to the back of Walmart, strips down butt ass naked, and then grabs clothes off the rack in Walmart and puts them shits on.
Yeah. And tries
While
to get away.
the mom is breaking people down.
Yeah, the mom is in the parking lot doing fucking karate moves.
So in all of this, right? The dog
is running around with fucking shit.
That's my question.
That's why I go back. That's why I go back to the dog. The dog was probably one of them. He was like, man, let these people on this some other stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they got going on. They crazy. So when I show up at the Walmart, I'm gonna go talk to some people. I'm trying to see if I get some help. Well, that didn't work out. So let me just get something to eat and head back to the house. You know what I'm saying? That's all he was doing.
Right.
Apparently, like, they wilding out. I don't know what they doing. But for him to be able to just go off, on the leash and just go out there and just run around the store, like, I don't know, man.
Where'd he go? What happened to the dog?
I don't know. I mean,
he just dipped with the jiffy.
They don't even say. Yeah, they don't even say.
Yeah,
they say we arrested these people, and that's the end of it. Nobody says nothing about the dog.
No, look. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. The dog brought these two stupid motherfuckers as a distraction while he got his goddamn jiffy mix up out of there.
And got the fuck on.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, you gonna fucking do karate moves out here in this goddamn parking lot. Your ass gonna go to the back and strip fucking naked. I'm gonna have a box of jiffy. I'm gonna be back at the crib.
I'm gone. Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know,
I'm gonna tell you what really happened, man. That dog walked up. He seen this motherfucking strip naked in Walmart. He got outside and seen the mama doing karate. He said, man, I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. He said, man, I gotta go.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, I'm sick of this, man. He said, these people wild. They wilding out.
He
go my business.
That dog probably seen him doing all types of crazy shit around the house. And this shit up here at Walmart, that was the last straw. He said, man, I'm not going back to the house with these sorry some bitches here.
Like, why the fuck is he naked, though? Like, somebody...
dude, all this happened. This happened 4 days ago.
And this is a mother and son?
Yes.
How old was the son?
Oh, he's 25 years old. So that goes back to personal responsibility. 25 years old.
Yeah, he can't blame mama for being butt ass.
46. She's 46. So they show up with this crazy mission. Like, what kind of drugs are you smoking at that point? Like, what are you really?
To quote my dog Rick James,
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I wonder which one of them like looked at the other one like, oh, you fucking crazy. When they brought the son out butt ass naked, or when he was walking towards the door, he saw his mom in the parking lot.
No, bro, like he put on clothes off the rack and tried to get away. Like, and they were like, nah, bro.
Right, he was just butt ass naked in the back of the store.
That's the thing, there's cameras everywhere, so somebody got a video somewhere, I'm sure.
Am I the only one imagining the dog walking out with his jiffy like Kaiser Soze?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
I'm saying. The dog was like, man, look, these they on some other stuff. I already see this going. They done probably did stupid stuff this before. The dog probably said, like, this is going to be a last straw. The people that went too far. Let me get me something for the road and let me walk out.
And I'm gone. Yeah.
I'm fucking gone.
And I'm out. I guess whatever they got in Wisconsin, whatever they're smoking up there, then.
I appreciate it.
You don't know that.
One day we're going to have a conversation about where you get all this shit from. Like, for real.
No, CNN.
This shit is called the internet, son. You should look into that.
I'm just saying, like,
people wild out every day, but now we get to see it and laugh at it right here.
Can we talk about anybody who logs into the podcast a little late? Can we please give them context on G Game's shirt? Because all we see in the camera is every butt.
Oh.
It's just that everybody, no one knows what the rest of the phrase is.
What the rest of it is. Yeah.
Everybody deserves a good rub.
Goddamn right. I'm talking that shit. I'm in here in a thermal in a goddamn Scully. It's April and I live in Georgia.
Hey, I told Gaines earlier, man, you look like an extra off Riverdale right now and shit.
That's fucked up.
Oh yeah.
I went to Dawson's Creek yesterday.
That's exactly what it looks like too.
Say what the fuck going on.
Didn't that guy in Dawson's Creek get arrested for a child pornographer or something like that?
Yeah, that's fucked up. Every fucking show. Every show nowadays got somebody who done been arrested for fucking child pornography or molesting some goddamn body. Or this rape culture shit. I really feel like us three on this podcast, we the only people who knew back in the fucking 90s and early 2000s that you wasn't supposed to rape females. We the only people who knew that shit. We are the only people who fucking knew. Apparently, everybody else thought that shit was okay.
Was okay to do, right? Everybody else thought that shit was cool.
Right, gentlemen. Hold on real quick, man. Hold on. I got it. Come on. Look, rant. Yeah. They talking about bringing Freaknik back to Atlanta. They said it's going to be family friendly.
Yeah,
I said, what's family friendly about a 20-person gangbang in the middle of 85? What's family friendly about that? Ain't shit family friendly about that, man. People can't take their kids out to no fucking Freaknik. What you mean, man? God damn. They about half crazy. Talk about family friendly Freaknik.
Shit.
I did see that.
I did. Yeah, I saw that shit too.
People, they having mobile strip clubs and shit. Like, what do you mean family friendly? Man, we gonna turn every fucking little girl in Atlanta into goddamn Instagram thoughts immediately. Wow. That shit is done.
It's happening.
Come on, man.
What's doing is stupid.
I'm just saying, man. I don't understand.
Oh, man.
Mr. Freaknik, man, tell them where they can find you on the internet, please, sir.
The damn Deacon on Instagram. We still not fucking with Twitter.
You stupid.
Gainesville, where can they find you on the internet, bro?
G Gaines, man. That's it.
All right. You know, you can find me at Soundchasm. Catch me on Twitter at ChasmSound. You got any inquiries, want to give us another fan question, we would love it and surely appreciate it. Hit us up at AWO Podcast at gmail.com. You can catch us on Instagram at AWO Podcast. Catch us on Twitter at AWO Podcast 1. Don't forget, hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment, whatever you want to do. Another one down. Fellas, y'all got anything else?
I don't know, man. I just want to know how many of these old ass motherfuckers is gonna come out to the new Freaknik trying to relive that fucking past, man. Who's gonna come out trying to relive? Motherfucker gonna have a camcorder in his hand, like, hey, motherfucker, back to goddamn 96 in this bitch.
Hey, man, please remember, opinions are like assholes. We just some assholes with opinions. Appreciate it.
Salute me and shoot me, motherfucker.